Simon, if you're about, can you have a look on my race team thing to see if these scores are counting? I've only done 2 races, but getting a balance, but you never know if they count these things. And I think the target was 1400, wasn't it? So that would only be about 15 or 16 races, so it shouldn't really take very long. I've got 100 on the first one, 104 on that one. Obviously once I go out of green into red, the overtakes will slow down a bit, but I love this Richmond. It is a wonderful track. And a proper car as well. You can keep your MPX4 thing. Horrible thing. More NASCARs tomorrow night, the rumour is. More NASCARs the better. Team tag is 1RRG. I think it's just called Real Racing Guru, all one word. It's a bit like having your phone number, you know, sort of, you don't know your own one. 204, that's right then, so with this that's going to be... What is the bonus? Is the bonus 1400, isn't it? Are you doing it, Simon? Do you know, don't matter what the target is. Say like where I've got 100 and 104 and 106. This one, I want to beat 106. There'll obviously be a peak that I won't get anymore. And this seems to be getting a bit more awkward. It'll get a bit more bunched up on here. There's been rumours about Real Racing 4 for as long as I can remember. I think as soon as it came out, there's real rumours about Real Racing 4. Thing is, there's been a rumour now for 3 years, so eventually, when it ever does come out, people go, "Oh, I told you." Yeah, it's only 20 gold, but 20 gold is 20 gold, and it's right enjoyable to do as well. Round around Richmond for an hour, lovely. Not as good as NASCAR's because you can't smash them all up, but still good. I love Richmond, it's a proper track. I absolutely hated ovals when I first started the game. The track I didn't like more than anything else was Speedway. I thought, what is the point of going round and round and round in circles? But they're not circles, they're two long straights and two bends that when you try and get a bit quicker at it, it's actually quite good to sort of get the hang of where the braking points are. I think when you first start playing it don't really matter, but it does. I'm only racing this one on my own. I'm not having anybody else with me. I normally have Mark with me, sometimes Simon, Rob, and some old drunk staggers about he joins sometimes. But for this, we're all better off being on our own. So I don't want to be playing this for sort of an 8-hour stint or something to get some decent rewards. I don't want to put that amount of time into it in one day. I think that's too much for anybody. But I don't mind like an hour and a half or whatever. I'm quite happy doing an hour and a half straight, but much more than that it gets a bit sort of boring really and tiring. I think once I go into the red I might start smashing a few of these up, trying to cause a few crashes so it slows them down a little bit more. Did they actually do anything? I don't think they did. They recover too well these days, don't they? Oh, I saw either a Mustang or a Camaro today. You don't, it's very rare you get an American car here. Very, very rare you ever see any. There's one in the car park, he parked next to me, sort of sideways, and a Camaro and a Mustang, to me, because I don't really see any of them, side on, look exactly the same car. I know those of you who are into American cars and stuff probably go, what is he on about, they look the same. They look completely different, but to me they look identical side on. I don't even know how you tell the difference, because I was looking at the wheels to see if the wheels said, you know, if they said Ford or anything on them, but I didn't know it was aftermarket wheels, TSWs or something. So it was a bit crap really. Who's see Blaze Stark in it, they should have put a Chevrolet Chevelle in. I've got no idea what a Chevelle looks like, none whatsoever. Right, so the Overtakes probably obviously slowed down a bit now. Yeah, I don't know. Both not obviously nice looking shape, but I don't know how you tell the difference between a Mustang and a Camaro side on. Both of you are right into them, all them V8 muscle things then. All this talk about that bloke in Fast and Furious, Paul Walker, who died in a car crash. I don't know, why is he so popular? I don't get it. He appeared in a few car films, and yet he seems to go down in history as like he's some sort of hero. It's really weird to me. Get off. It's like he's become a cult figure. When them Fast and Furious films, I mean, when you think they are shit anyway, aren't they? Same old thing, someone there slamming it into the next gear, slamming it into the next gear. You get fast cars, you wouldn't slam any gear. It don't work like that. You'd have quick shifting paddles or something like that. You wouldn't be slamming the gear and then slamming it again and slamming it again. It's all too far-fetched really for me. Well, everyone dies. Again, I don't get that. What is that is a reason? I don't understand it. It's like he's become some sort of hero. Oh, cop hold of that lot. If everybody dies, millions of actors have been and gone before. I don't know if he was even in any other different sort of film. I think he was only in that Fast and Furious thing. I would have thought the main actor in Fast and Furious was that bald-headed, muscly bloke, whoever his name is. What's his name? I can't think of his name now. But I thought he was the main character, not Paul Walker. Can't think of the other bloke. What's the other bloke's name? The bald-headed, the brother. Might cause a few spins, I think. Might block some of the traffic up a bit. Oh no, you can't pit them anymore, can you? Oh, bring back the good old days. We need to be able to pit everything. The game was so much better. Yeah, that's him, Van Diesel. Oh, where's he going? I was thinking it was Van something, but I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, no, I'd have thought he was the main character, no? Ah, screw Fast and Furious, not interested, load of old shit. Tell you what, that Fast and Furious, the game itself is a good game. And that crappy thing they brought out, that no limits thing on mobile, that was hideous. But it's all a bit, it's just all too fast for me. I don't particularly like it, but the actual main game was actually a good game, but still too fast for me. It's a bit very much like sort of Asphalt sort of speed and gameplay. I was watching my boy play it, and he was, well, the one who likes car games anyway. The other one hates car games, thinks they're all shit. But anyway, so the one loves car games, he's got all of them. And I was watching him play Fast and Furious. The latest one came out for PlayStation 4 about a year ago. And his face was like, he was concentrating so much, it was sort of a bit red, and his face was sort of not shaking, but you could just see the height of concentration. Can't be good for you. Right, Blaze, what are you on about? It did for real, are you lying? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you saying? Does Real Racing 3 even work on a Kindle? I tried loading it on my Mrs. Kindle and it wouldn't load. There was something, there's probably been a few different Kindles though, but it wouldn't work on hers. It was, her Kindle wasn't powerful enough, or there was something on it anyway, it wouldn't load on her one. Well, that's about the first proper mishap I've had, I think. What's that old drunkard Wim, is he about? Winning yet. I think the update will be here in 24 hours from now. Quite often when you have these race events that finish on a Sunday night, and they finish at 3 Sunday night, Monday morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, the update comes out an hour before the end, quite often. Thing is with Fire Monkeys, they're never very regimental with anything, are they? They like to throw a spanner in the works, don't they? Tell you what, you consider you win this race and it's 7 laps for 800 fame. That is garbage. You'd think 7 laps anywhere and you win against 42 others. That's got to be worth a couple of thousand fame points, surely. Not 800, you get 800s. The stupid things like an autocross, don't you? No way. Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? For winning a race or a cup with a big field. I'm pretty sure fame just goes on distance and time, nothing else. You do get a little bit more if you win, and so like you get an endurance at Speedway, for argument's sake, and you did 20 kilometres and won, you'd get more fame for that, I'm pretty sure, than if you got, say, 45 kilometres but only came third. I'm pretty sure the 20 kilometres one would pay more. So I've got to be on about I would think I'm about halfway on this bonus, aren't I? No idea what my score is. I've not got a another device. What I usually do is I usually have a second device. Oops. And I sit there watching my scores. Do us a favour, have a little check on my scores, will you? Please. Ah, so I'm not that far off of finishing then. 954, so that's going to be just over a third, so I only need about 5 races then. So so it's going to be, by the sound of it, just less than an hour to do the bonus then. Pretty good. That's nice, there was a car stuck there on the first straight. So that'll give me extra few round here, on the left. There, it's still stuck. That'll give you an extra 5 or 6 to the score. So it looks like I'm getting 80 odd in the red. I was getting just over 100 in the green. And it's going to take me, I started this at 12:05 when it opened here. So it looks like it'll take me just under an hour to get the 20 gold for the bonus figure. Where are you then, Brett? In America? 6 o'clock, 4 hours. You've got to be in America, and you know, like Brett Cowboy. Couldn't be anywhere else. You got Brother Rhinestone? Alright, this is probably got to be the last race in it, Simon. I must be virtually on the target by now, I think. I've got to get out of that view, that is horrible. I thought it would take me just under an hour, and it's, what is it now, 4 minutes to, so at the end of this it will be 1 o'clock, and I started at about 6 minutes past 12, so this would be 55 minutes racing after this race. Chase view looks horrible in all cars. Actually, the camera ain't quite too bad on here for me. Some cars I can't cope with chase at all. Particularly the things like the F1 cars and Formula E's and stuff. I just look stupid. It's got no realism whatsoever. But some of the cars, like the AMG Merc, like the GT3 Merc, something like this sort of car doesn't normally look too bad on chase, but something like the Formula cars, they just look, it's like watching a Sky Electrics car going round. I wouldn't mind a few of the old like Mini Coopers and stuff around here. That'd be pretty good. 40 odd Mini Coopers going around here would be good. Oh, 13, 17, so I'm going to need 87. No, I'm not 83. That might not count as the last race though. Sometimes them servers a little bit behind, aren't they? That MP4X, now that has got to look stupid in chase. I don't look earlier, I've got this, or 92, that'll probably do. I've got this spreadsheet with all the stats of each car and what have you. And on there I was trying to work out which cars are sort of the grippiest. I know the MP4X thing is definitely going to be the grippiest, but some cars when we drive them, some cars are skid all over the place, go around corners, just like normal corners, and some seem to be really good. Say for argument's sake, you've got like a Ferrari versus any of the base, you know, the older Ferraris anyway. Well, they're all absolute terrible go around corners, but you get something on the other scale of things like the Expo, which is pound for pound the grippiest car on the game. The only other car I think comes the same sort of thing as the Expo is that MP4X thing, but that is just so fast. It's just all in a blur for me. So I was trying to work out of the grippy cars that the Expo must be the grippiest car in the game apart from the MP4X. But I was working out with the grip and top speed and braking distance and that sort of stuff, but whatever I did, it never ever come to the top, so I don't really know how to work it out. But it is definitely one of the grippiest cars. A super, you can take that thing round. I said to Simon the other week, when he gets to Expo, when he goes on the Melbourne time trial with it, you go on there and you think yourself, it's got so much grip you can't believe it, and then you'll find you'll do it a second quicker, and then another second quicker, another second. There seems to be no, like, it's just like a never ending amount of grip, that thing. It is a superb car to drive. It's definitely one of the best cars to drive. So it's got the same thing as the MP4X, which is like really grippy, but because it hasn't got that ferocious speed and everything happens so quick that you get a chance to actually enjoy it, which is totally different from the MP4X. That you don't really get to enjoy it because it happens so quick. It's all, you know, such concentration if you're going around, you know, any racing it. But the Expo is just, you get time to enjoy every single bit of it. It is a beautiful car, that thing. Trouble with the F1 cars, they've got fantastic grip at high speed, but slow speed and medium speed, they are, what, slow speed, they're just, it's like you're driving on ice. They are horrid at slow speed, but high speed they're brilliant. So it's a bit different with the MP4X because they have got brilliant grip the whole way through. I suppose the MP4X is like the F1 car at high speed, but also like the Expo at low speed, so it's a combination of the two of them. But so it just all happens so quick for me. If that was 100 kilometres an hour slower, I'd enjoy it more. So at the moment I'm in the top 300 for 200 gold. So, do I race for the next 23 hours non-stop to get 200 gold? Well, I suppose I could do. Well, that was only just about, wasn't it? 1409. I could race now till the end. I ain't gonna. What are you pressing that button for? So the only way I could do it now is if, say, 5 of us were together, or 4 of us even, and you did about 6 or 7 hours each, then you would get in the top 300 with that. And that'd be worth 50 gold each. No, can't be bothered with that. Load of crap. Yeah, the aerial atom, it's got I think that was the 4th fastest accelerating car in the game. You've got the MP4X as the fastest. I think you've then got the 2 F1s. And then the Atom, I think, I'm pretty sure it's the 4th one, but you're right. Yeah, it's so fast accelerating, but it hasn't got any grip. Well, it has, but it's just got too much power. Oh, look at the specs on that. It's just got too much power for how much it can handle, isn't it? Right, so that is 147 grip, and what's this, 166, and oh, 179. See that, when you very first go in here, I don't know, I'm sure when I first went in here, you get this atom first, and you think, so it's pretty good. And in this, although I didn't fully upgrade it for ages, I had this about probably nearly 3 years maybe before I fully upgraded that. Caterham's probably the best balanced car, I think, of all four of them. 297, 310, 27.4. The Caterham's probably the most fun to drive. That Atom V8 is definitely the most difficult of the four. So I'll get round brands in there. I haven't driven this 3.5 one for ages. I'll have a little trip round in each one, I think, just to have a look at what sort of lap times I'll get. I'm guessing I'll probably go off track in all of them except the Expo maybe. Got me flames on it already. What, so they're all Atom V8s up the front, so you've got no chance of winning whatsoever anyway. I can't remember which view I like. I think I like cockpit in this. I'm sure it will slide about though. I don't want to turn. I'm starting to say, right, this little car with a left-hand drive isn't right, because they just seem to me like that steering wheel's on the wrong side. I actually drive round brands, like in a real car sometimes. It's only just over half hour from me. It's a lot bumpier in a real car. It takes quite a bit longer as well than what we're going around here in a game. But I will look at lap times and speed, or top speed, so lap times 37, it was about 260 I think that said. I'm pretty sure against a grid full of friends on the game that you're going to have no chance of winning it in the wrong car. I might not even win it anyway, but doesn't feel really too slidey. I thought it would feel more slidey than this. This steering wheel's definitely in the wrong side of the car. It's not right at all. You don't seem to notice it in a closed-in. Obviously, don't notice it in a hood view because you ain't got a steering wheel. But some of the cockpit views, I don't mind in left-hand drive, but this just don't seem right. Right, so lap times was, so you got 1,000 fame for that for 3 laps, or was that 3 laps? 4 laps around there. So that's worth a lot more fame points than winning at Richmond, which seems a bit weird. Same sort of time as well. Right, so lap time 37. So I was going to try the other three. Just see if there's much difference in them really. What's the odds now and all that talk about how grippy this thing, I'll slide straight off. You put up there, I completes that series. So I presume you completed it. Well, you've only bought them all today and you completed the whole series. You ain't hanging about, are you? Bullet. I like the way he changes gear. He's so casual, isn't he? I'll take another gear. Where this really excels, this car, is definitely Melbourne. Probably Suzuka East as well. I don't think it'll. It's probably not going to be fast enough at Brands. Something that Dubai Oval would be brilliant in here as well. I'm probably actually not even pushing it as hard as I should be because I'm not sort of driving it for a while and you don't tend to go as fast or you don't tend to push them as much as what you should be doing. Braking far too early there, I think. That boy's a definite golfer in front. That has got to be a golfer's jumper. Can't be anything else. I don't think I've had one clean lap in here. I did in the Atom, but I haven't had a chance for having one clean lap in this one. Will it beat 37.005, whatever it was? Well, it's about the same lap time, I think. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm not really. I'm not pushing it because I'm just not sort of confident in doing it really because I ain't done it for a while. Right, 37.995. It's a fraction quicker than the Atom was. You get games like Project Cars and Gran Turismo and stuff, and you can get go-karts. I'm surprised they've not really put a little go-kart series on this game, really. Some of the tracks, especially like Brands, actually would be pretty good with go-karts. Melbourne, that would be brilliant with go-karts. Alright, Caterham, one upgrade short on here. I think that was quite dear though. What are all these random numbers? He's the one that normally gives the weather forecast from Iraq, ain't you? Well, that's better. I've got the steering wheel on the proper side this time. But straight away, you've now got a big long nose in front of you. Loves a rainbow, this boy. He always got a rainbow in his car. Well, that was always going to happen, I suppose. This car doesn't look like it's sitting straight to me. As I'm looking at the car, it looks like the dashboard is going straight, but the bonnet is going to the right. I don't want to turn at all. I don't actually like that viewing. Oh. Did you see that chase view there just for that brief second? Let's put it in that chase view here a minute. Now come on, surely none of you playing that view, surely. That looks like a toy. Very hard to keep it on the tarmac. A lot of these, if you have like this one, and then maybe one more, just sort of to get used to it, and then have a bit of a go on the third one, you'll probably get used to it then. Well, if I had one more go, I'd probably be alright. So this feels quite sort of steady, but no frills and spills of the Atom V8, or it hasn't got the grip of the Expo. I think that's probably going to be the slowest car of all, on that particular track anyway. Oh, look at that, 30. That's actually the fastest, 36.18, and I drove it horrible. That's really surprising. I thought that was going to be. I thought that was going to be pretty slow, because that was. Well, get out of it. No, I do not. I did not press that. Get off. Spend 10 gold? Why would I ever want to service that now? I live near London, in Britain. Core blimey, governor. About half hour away from London. No, sorry, an hour away from London. Right, now this thing is a lot quicker, but it's really hard to keep it on the ground. It spends most of its time in sand and grass and gravel and anywhere but the black tarmac stuff. I will try it in chase. I'll try it in chase and cockpit and whatever. I'll try it in chase first actually. I'm not going to like it. I'm going to skid everywhere. I mean, it's just so unrealistic. It's like if you're if say you's into the remote control cars, that's what it's like for me. And all chase view is, that's what it reminds me of. It's like you're in, you know, you got one of them controllers standing beside, like that Robot Wars and stuff, and you've got a car. Right, well, I definitely can't drive that in chase. So I'm going to quit and just retry that. I'm going to go in cockpit for a couple and then hood for a couple. Chase, I always seem to what happened now? What's happened now? It's gone all doolally on me. Chase, I always brake too late. Because I'm not connected to the car. When I'm in like hood view or even cockpit view, so yeah, when I brake just on the brow, that down part of that hill there, because I'm connected to the car, I know where that is and I brake on that point. But when I do it in chase, when it looks like I'm at that point, I'm actually a bit further ahead down the road than what it looks. So I tend to then be braking too late. So I know that happens. So I then try and brake a bit earlier than that to compensate for it. But then I brake too late anyway most of the time. When you get a car like this where it's definitely more power than what it's got grip can handle, it's really particular in where you brake. If you brake slightly too late, then you're not going to recover it. It doesn't seem to want to turn around corners for some reason. Going left don't seem bad, but going right it seems to not be turning. That's a good thing about when you get these races with against a grid load of friends, and you've obviously won the race before, it then becomes good, because if you don't drive it properly, you ain't going to win. It's as simple as that. You ain't going to win it, and that is, I think that's really good. Then it sort of gives the game a bit more lease of life, because the first time round winning these games, they're normally too easy. But if you do sort of one or two mistakes, you can get away with it. But any more than that, you won't get away with it. And I'm going around again because I forgot to see what the lap time was. So we had 36 for the Atom 3.5, 36 for the Expo, and then 35 for the Caterham, and I totally forgot to look for the lap time of this. I think we're having particularly trouble on that corner. And that one. Right, so I skidded a bit, so I'm sure it'll beat 35 anyway, even with a skid. I got all of the lines wrong there. I couldn't seem to get that on the proper line anywhere there for some reason. It's to say, when you get one line wrong, you then get them all wrong. You're just out of position. You just don't ever seem to get it back. It looks like it's about a second in it, really. My DTM, no, I really like DTM. DTM, brilliant. I also really like NASCARs as well. Choice between the two, don't really know. I think I really like NASCARs because it's got the drafting and no other part of the game's got that, and I really enjoyed trying to get the NASCARs to go as fast as they can by using the drafting, and I think it is a brilliant part of the game. I don't know, it's a shame really I don't bring it into anything else of the game, because it's probably the best feature I think of the game is the drafting, like driving side of it. You know, the graphics and the vinyls and stuff are probably the best whole part of the game, I think, but the drafting I really think is the best dynamics or physics or whatever it's called part of the game is definitely the drafting in NASCARs. If DTM had drafting, then I would prefer that, because I do like the we say DTM, but like the GT series where you get the AMGs and some of the Astons and stuff. Because I like them because you can relate to them, because you do see the car, you know, the road version of them on the streets quite a lot. I've actually seen a couple of videos of them NASCAR pickups. I can't remember what they call them out there. They call them something, don't they? Because in Australia, them things, they call them utes or something, I don't know, like utility vehicles. They call them a ute in Australia. But yeah, I do really like NASCAR. I know NASCAR's not very popular amongst, you know, the general public of real racing free. Most people, I would say, tend to not like NASCARs. But I honestly think a lot of it is because they haven't spent much time, and I don't really understand the how the drafting works. Once you get, you know, because I was the same, I didn't particularly like NASCARs at all when it first came out. I didn't like the idea of just going round and round in circles in a car that weren't that fast, and it's just big, square and ugly, and you can't vinyl it. But once I've got the hang of how you do the drafting, I do understand it now. It has definitely become my favourite part of the game, no question. But I say, if they introduced it throughout the whole game, then obviously it wouldn't be the same. Right, so you're up to here, Blaze, are you? You're in this series here. Now, out of the whole game, I've done every single race on every series in the whole game, and the classic American Muscle, what you're in now, is without doubt the worst series in the whole game. There is not a series worse than that. Them cars are dreadful. All three cars, terrible. Whereas where Simon is in the open wheelers is probably the most enjoyable series, I would say, out of the whole game. It is a brilliant series at open wheelers, because you get like you know, the grip of the Expo, you get precise driving with the Atom V8. The Caterham's like middle one. The Atom 3.5 can't really compete with much when you get a bit more further through in the series. It seems to pretty quickly run out of being an option of a car to use from memory anyway. Simon might be a bit clearer, but that's my memory of it, and it was quite a long time ago I did it, but that was what it seemed, you know, what my memory seems to be, is that the 3.5 you quickly think yourself you need something else because it's not got enough go in it. And I mean, I hadn't fully upgraded at that point or anything, but I don't know even if the PR requirement wasn't good enough to even enter half of the stuff. I can't remember, but it just seemed like it wasn't fast enough. And I got the Caterham, and that was brilliant for most races. Not the Caterham, the Expo. And then the Caterham seemed to be a bit of a balance of the two, but not as grippy. And then the Atom V8 was, it's like you've got to, you know, bearing in mind all these new fast cars we've got in the game weren't in the game then. I mean, the Atom was, at the time, was probably the fastest accelerating car on the game, I would think, because the F1s weren't here. I'm pretty sure that was the fastest accelerating car in the game, but it's just so twitchy. You got to drive so precise with it that it was amazing, really. But the one using that American muscle thing used to be my first race of the day every day. I used to do the endurance at Speedway and get 200 miles every single day for months. Two laps. Right, so the car is, I need to customise this. I don't know what that is meant to be honest. I mean, that is nothing short of ugly, is it? That needs customising, that thing, but I don't really know what to do with it. That, I showed Dean Canicheros here the other day, and he's got the, because on the program, Dukes of Hazzard program, that 01 number on the side is actually like a, it's more like a 50, well, you don't get 50 pence pieces, but it's like a hexagonal type shape. It's not actually round like that 0, but so he spent all his vinyls doing that, whereas I had done the, whatever that flag is, some old American flag, and like with a General Lee on it. But getting the right orange seemed to be virtually impossible. I don't know if I've got any vinyls left actually to, because what I was thinking of doing was somehow trying to get a different vinyl. What did I do that for? Right, so I made it orange. Oh, that was the different colour of the roof, wasn't it? Because the roof is a slightly different colour, or that bit is anyway, on the program, but you can't seem to get that right orange colour. Yeah, see, you say it's a Confederate flag. I don't actually know what a Confederate flag is. I suppose if you're American you'd know, but why did they have a flag on? I just thought it was like an old-fashioned American flag. It's probably a racist thing or something these days, but it's only a car to me, so I don't care really. Someone did actually say to me once you shouldn't really have a Confederate flag on there, but because I'm not American and I don't actually know what it means, I ain't actually bothered. Right, so I'll blank that out there to take that square off. So if I did, oh, right, got colour, is it? Or is that? American Civil War. It was a South battle flag. Oh yeah, they are in the South, aren't they, the Dukes of Hazzard? It's set in the south, isn't it? Again, I've heard of the American Civil War, but who fought who and why, I don't actually know why. It's not really part of any history I ever did at school. Not that I took a lot of notice, but I don't remember doing any American history whatsoever. I think we've got enough of our own history about other countries. I'd like to somehow get that. Actually, I added that, didn't I? I might take them out. That'd save me. A couple. Because I would definitely like to try and get that colour a bit better, but I don't really know how to do it. So that front, what paints have we got? I tried doing each panel different colours. What's the night race like? Which night race? There's loads of night races on here now, aren't there? So I've got, for some reason, candy apple. Which don't seem to make a lot of sense. So if I take off, got the paint again for some reason. So this here, this vinyl, if I make that the same as that, what's that? That looks more of a red, doesn't it? Or is that because of this on the side? That definitely looks a lot more reddy orange, doesn't it? Ooh, so if you take that away, I don't want to go. So these on the side would have to be that colour, wouldn't they? And then that is what colour? Right, but then that I'll try and change the colour of that orange, because that certainly ain't right. If I get that to, I need to find that. Oh, we'll have straight first. Right, that's straight. Because I just did the, I just went for the bonus gold, nothing else. I'm sure this has got a different sort of orange. Why is that not turning? A different sort of orange than what it shows I've got. Right, that's straight-ish. Because I'm going to move these down the bottom afterwards anyway. I'm just using that to get where it's straight, and then I can change the things in it after. What's green going to make it look like? What's that with white? So what does yellow look like? Might not look too bad. That I'll put it down the bottom. I don't know if that's going to work with the. That might be funny because I've got these side bits up here, haven't I? So it has to be after them. And then I'm going to go from yellow to another couple of colours, I think. Right, so if I go underneath there, I think that will be crap down here. You'll see the. It's all stuck now. No, it took me just under an hour. Right, so they definitely will go above that. So it doesn't cock that up. That. I think the top one probably have to go up a bit higher than that. Right, so that's in yellow. I'm sure I agree. I'm not actually sure what colour it is. It might even be like a dirty sort of dirty orange sort of colour. I probably really should Google it and see what colour it actually looks like. So I've got about 14 underscore for 2 RRG. I'm missing 2 RRG. He's actually got a couple of good players in there. Yanis. There's a couple of decent players in there. So what about that? It's all crappy and dirt. Where's that gone? It's not even done anything. I think I'm wasting my time here somehow. Might do more if the other people stop. Mark, you into RRG? I might join the team tomorrow and do a few hours. I don't know yet. I don't know it really. Don't know. I'm going to leave it because I don't actually know. Right. Anyway, 1:45 here in the morning, so I'm going to love you, leave you. See you on another one soon, eh? Good luck. Cheers.